In this video, I'm going to do a complete start to finish AdWords tutorial and walkthrough. I'm going to show it via screen share, and we're going to go over everything you need to know to set up an AdWords campaign. We're going to start from the very beginning and do keyword research to find good keywords that we should be bidding on. Then we're going to take those keywords, make some ad groups, make some ads, and I'll show you how to write powerful ad copy. After that, we're going to do everything we need to do to complete the campaign, including adding things like negative keywords. I'm going to show you how to do all this step by step via screen share in just a moment. And this is actually a lesson from my AdWords and Product Listing Ads course. It's a full course you can find out more information about up here or down below. But now let's get into the actual video. The first thing we're going to do is obviously you need to sign up for Gmail if you don't already have Gmail so you can access AdWords. But after that, we're going to do some keyword research, figure out which keywords to do, and then we're going to build the ad and talk about negative keywords, some of my tips for that, as well as how to review the ads and some different advanced tactics and techniques. So once you have a Gmail account, which I already do up here, you're just going to click on AdWords. I Googled AdWords, click on there. Go ahead and click Start Now. And there is a bunch of coupons online. I tried to quickly find some coupons before this tutorial. I saw one for $75. It's okay. You can set up your AdWords account and always add a coupon later. So performancenutbutter.com. All right. So that's my website. You put your website in right there. I'm just going to link it with my regular AdWords account. That's one of the consulting accounts I did, Keith Hammocks right there. You probably won't see that screen. All right, so it's loading up. It'll just take a second here. And this is the new view, and you can switch to the old view, which I probably will later on. But for now, let's go ahead and use the new view, poke around here a little bit. The very first thing you're going to want to do is if you click up here, let's see here. So this layout's a little bit different than it used to be. The keyword planner is where I always recommend people start. And just to give you an idea of my product, because obviously depending on your product, it's going to be different. What kind of keywords you look for is going to be different. So my product, it's a keto, paleo, vegan snack. It's a macadamia coconut cashew blended nut butter. It comes in these little pouches. So I'm going to try to think of keywords that people would be searching for in Google to find it. So the first thing that comes to mind is macadamia butter, maybe coconut butter. If people are searching for these, they might be interested in my product. A keto snack, paleo snack. I'll leave it to those four for now, and then we'll think about more as we go. And let's go ahead and get some ideas. Okay, so this will do a few different things. One of the things is it'll tell me the average monthly searches right here for these different keywords. So that's half the battle. I see that keto snacks has quite a lot of searches. And look at macadamia butter, is the bids are really cheap. So this data is very important. The bids are pretty cheap, but at the same time, there's not a lot of search volume. The next step is, let's say macadamia butter, because that seems interesting to me that the search is so cheap. What are people looking for? So look at what comes up here. That's macadamia nut butter, but a lot of it is, well, the first one's homemade macadamia nut butter. So the one negative thing is when someone searches for macadamia nut butter, they might just be looking to how to make their own macadamia nut butter. They might not be looking to buy it. But this is looks like that's a company here and that's a company here. So that's the first thing I would do. Keto snacks is another one that's interesting to me, because there's not a lot of keto snacks. And I want to show you an example. Instead of just saying keto snacks, I might say ketogenic snacks. And let's see if that comes up with a different result. Give it a second while it loads. And look at that. It's slightly different. It's more targeted down. It saves you a little bit money. So 1,000 to 10,000 people versus 10,000 to 100,000 people. So let's look at keto snacks. What happens if someone types in keto snacks? Okay, so it comes up with a bunch of keto snacks. So I think 30 low-carb keto snacks, 30 low-carb snacks, keto snacks to enjoy, ultimate healthy. All right, so at this point, there's a few different things I can do. I really like keto snacks and I like macadamia butter. Those are two of the keywords I'm going to target. But if I scroll down, this will give me some other ideas of things that I might want to target. Keto diet, probably not specific enough. Someone searching for the keto diet is probably looking for information and not really looking to buy snacks. No carb snacks might be good. Macadamia nut butter, that might be good. Keto diet plan, probably not good. Zero carb snacks, that might be a good one. That's pretty cheap. But for now, let's just use macadamia butter and keto snacks is my two. So you can add them to your plan if you want, like this. And then go in here. You can download that or just copy that to the clipboard. I'll go ahead and download it as a CSV, even though I probably don't need to, because I'll probably remember it. All right, at this point, we know some of the keywords. So the first one I'm going to do is create a campaign on keto snacks. So I would just do a campaign called keto snacks. So new campaign there. Select campaign type. This is going to be search network. We'll talk about all these other ones in a future episode. So I would normally go with sales or leads, but for the time being, I'm just going to go with website traffic for now, just because it's easier to set up in the beginning phases. So campaign name, I'm going to call it Keto Snacks. And I recommend unchecking include Google search partners, unchecking include Google Display Network. If you want to do those, do them as a separate one. I also recommend only doing in the United States to start. If you're based in the United States or whatever country you're based in, just start there. And you can do separate campaigns for different countries because different countries are going to act differently. They're going to respond differently to your ads. Manual CPC. This is up to you whether or not you want to do the enable enhanced CPC. But I'm just going to do manual CPC for now. Enter a daily budget. I like $10. I think that's good. Start date. Yep, all this stuff is good. You can do all these site link extensions, all these more advanced things we'll talk about either later in this video or in a future video. But for now, we're just going to leave that alone. Call extensions are really good if you have a business where you need phone calls. Let's go ahead and do additional settings. I want to see if I'm forgetting anything. So there's all kinds of them. So instead of optimize, prefer best performing ad, I say rotate ads indefinitely, and this will help you split test ads. So you'll do two different ad copies, and you'll see which ad copy does better. It'll help you get better data, basically. And we'll describe this more in detail later on. Other than that, I think this is fine. You can change the ad schedule if you'd like. But for now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it's at all time. You might want to do from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. or something like that. But let's go ahead and save and continue. Next up, we're going to add an ad group. And we're going to call this Keto Snacks. For now, in the default bid, as we saw in the keyword planner, default bid was 136. So let's start there. Or the recommended bid was 136. We'll start there. You might want to even go higher just to test it. And then we'll just go with Keto Snacks. Just keep it very simple to start is my recommendation. I'm going to do broad match. And one thing you might want to do, I don't know if they're still doing this. I believe they are. But modified broad match is actually better. So if you put a little plus sign in front of it, it makes it very specific. Where if you don't put the plus sign in front of it, it'll say related things. So this will only allow keto and snacks. Well, it's actually more complicated than that. It'll allow any kind of search. Let me give you some examples. If someone were to, as long as they type in keto snacks, they can type in whatever they want. They could type in keto snacks, I don't know, Georgia. And that's fine. And my ad would show up. Keto snacks, test 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Mine would show up. But if you don't put the plus sign in front of it, then what Google will do is it'll allow things like keto treats, which even though keto treats and snacks are pretty much the same word, they're not, though. They don't perform the same. So by putting that plus sign in front of it, it makes sure that it has to be exactly what I say. So the other thing you can do is phrase match and an exact match. So phrase match would be something like this. Keto snacks target is fine. But keto target snacks would not be fine. It would also
So broad match basically applies as long as the word keto and snacks is in it. Any search will show up. Phrase match, keto and snacks have to be together. And then exact match will only show up when people type in keto snacks. I do have other videos that talk about this a lot more. If you just search AdWords on my YouTube channel, it'll go into depth about that. But for now, we are good. Let's go ahead and save and continue. So now at this point, we're going to create a new ad. And I recommend doing more than one ad, but let's start with the first ad. And I'm just going to make this up, so this isn't going to be super optimized. But I recommend having whatever the search keyword is in your title. So maybe it's the top keto snack, high fat. So the top keto snack, high fat, dash high fat. I don't know if it'll allow me to have an equal sign, equals low fat. No, high fat. High fat, low carb, and high fat, dash low carb, free shipping. Now, I might get dinged because of too many exclamation points. Let's do something like that. Display path, path 1, keto. I might just do keto because it'd be www.performancenutbutter.com/keto. And then we'll scroll down. We'll go to the description. And you can type a description in here if you want. You don't necessarily need to. So for final URL, it's just performancenutbutter.com. So it should be the top keto snack, high fat, low carb, so performance nut butter is a long word, so that kind of, I might just leave it there for now. It's not optimized because it doesn't take up as much space as possible, but the top keto snack, high fat, performance nut butter. So we might do a second ad. So that could be the first one, the top keto snack. The next one might be instead, we'll do all the same stuff. In fact, instead of doing this, let's just copy it. So for one of them, we might, instead of doing the top keto snack, number 1 keto snack, high fat, low carb. Now, I think this one might do better because it has the number 1 in it. So it has the number sign and 1, and it also says high fat, low carb, which is good. Go ahead and do done. So now what AdWords is going to do is it's going to split test these 2 ads and see which ad performs better. Once we find which ad performs better, we can use that ad. We can turn off the low performing one, use the high performing one, and do another test. So I like this one already better, but that's part of the fun of doing this is you come up with better ideas the more you do it. So next up, let's go ahead and do another campaign. So we'll go through it again, this time instead using macadamia butter. And I like to do different campaigns based on different buckets, basically. So to me, keto snacks is one bucket. Macadamia butter is another bucket, and so on and so on. So as a reminder, we're going to go up to, let's go to all campaigns. Going to go ahead and click this plus sign, new campaign. Search network. Let's just go website traffic for now. Performancenutbutter.com. Go ahead and capitalize that. Unclick, include Google search partners. United States is fine. English, manual CPC, daily budget. I always like $10 as a daily budget. You can do 5 if you want or higher. but don't go too high. Oh, one thing I forgot in the last, so people in your targeted location, not people or who show interest, don't do that. Exclude people that show interest, because just because someone's searching about the United States doesn't mean that I want to show them my product. So if you wanted to, this is a different extension of adding prices. I don't have it set up properly right now. Let's see, new price extension. Yeah, this is a whole nother thing. This is a more advanced topic, but definitely worth checking out in the future. Let's see what else we got here. Review extensions. Add reviews. This is another extension that would be really good. Leave some reviews on your ad. All these things are great, but they're more advanced. We're not going to talk about them right now. Go ahead and click Save and Continue. All right. Ad group name, macadamia butter. I'm just going to capitalize this. Default bid. Remember, the default bid was like 38 cents. Put 0.4 macadamia butter. New ad. All right. So the final URL, once again, performancenutbutter.com. And I'd probably even take him to a product page and not just performancenutbutter.com. Headline 1. Macadamia, coconut, cashew. Go ahead and done. Now I would probably do a copy and mix things up a little bit, but for now I'm just gonna leave it at. Now let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what else we could do. So maybe instead of macadamia, coconut, cashew blended, I could just macadamia nut butter dash with in the USA, free shipping. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and click done. So I made, as you can see, a few changes, nothing too drastic. So at this point, we're pretty close to done. And that's the most, you have up and running ads right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pause these just because I'm not ready for them to run just quite yet. The next thing I want to talk about is negative keywords. These are modified broad match, which means that as long as people type in, let's say, keto and snacks, doesn't matter what else they type in, my ad is going to come up. So what we want to do is we want to come up with some negative keywords. So let's go ahead and do that together right now. The number one way I recommend doing that is, I think it's ubersuggest.io. Let's go ahead and open a new tab. I believe that is the URL. Yes. So we're going to put keto snacks. So then what it's going to do is it's going to come up with all of these different searches. And these are the most popular searches. If you go to Google, let's go over here and type in keto snacks, you see these different things that come up. That's basically what Ubersuggest is doing. Then it goes A, Amazon, at Target, at Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Whole Foods, Costco, Walmart, store, grocery store. And all of these are negative keywords, because if someone types in keto snacks at Target, I don't want my ad to show up because they're looking for keto snacks at Target, not keto snacks to buy online. So what I usually like to do, I like to start going through and clicking on any. So, and then as you do that, you'll see keywords selected. Oh, these are from last time. Keto snacks, Reddit, keto snacks on the go. Oh, actually on the go is fine. I like that. In fact, keto snacks on the go might be something that I target later. So I'm going to go ahead and save that and remember that for later. Keto snacks, Amazon. Probably don't want to show my ad if someone's looking for Amazon. Keto snacks you can buy. That's another good one that I might want to target. Keto snacks Target. I don't want to show Target. Whole Foods. For travel's good. I might want to show that. So this is the fun part of negative. Finding negative keywords will actually find you good keywords that you would want to show too. Store-bought, that's probably good. Costco, I don't want to show it for. UK, I don't want to show it for. Recipes, I don't want to show it for. Australia, India, Tesco, I don't want to show it for any of these. I don't know what ASDA is. Whole Foods, Walmart. So I would keep going down this entire list and doing all this, but I'm going to go ahead and skip forward right now and just go ahead and click download all of this. This will give me a list of all the negative keywords, all the words that I don't want to show the ad for. And you can go like this, Control C, Control F, go ahead and do replace all, boom. And to be honest, I think I don't need at to be in there. Actually, in fact, at might be its own negative keyword, because if someone's saying keyword snacks at somewhere, they're probably not looking to buy online. Replace all. Boom, boom. All right, now I'm going to take all these, copy them. And what I like to do, and you have two ways of doing this. One, the simple way that's not optimal is to go into keto snacks, negative keywords, boom, paste it in there and save. That'll create negative keywords for just this campaign. You could do a different set of negative keywords for just this macadamia nut butter campaign if I wanted to add negative keywords there. Or let's see where it is in this new version. Negative keyword lists. So I like to do negative keywords lists. So this might be the big negative keyword. I'll just paste all that stuff in there. Go ahead and click save. Now what you can do is you can click on that. Oh, let me see. Okay, so let's go back to our campaign. It's macadamia butter. So you use a negative keyword list here, and then this. And then the benefit of this is, if I use this, let's say in this campaign and this campaign, I would only have to update the one big list and it would update it in both spots.
If you're new to AdWords, make sure you get my AdWords Success Pack. You can click up here and there's also a link down below. That includes a checklist for setting up AdWords, a checklist for setting up product listing ads, and a bunch of other really great stuff. You can get that for free by clicking up here or down below. Also, as I mentioned before, if you're interested in a complete AdWords tutorial that goes into much more depth than this lesson does, you can click up here and there's also a link down below for that. It goes over AdWords, product listing ads, which in my opinion are even better. If you're selling some kind of a physical product, product listing ads are way more profitable. You're gonna get more clicks. I make way more money off my product listing ads than I do off the regular text ads, so I highly recommend checking that out. In the course, we also talk about how to review your AdWords, which is something not a lot of people talk about on the internet, and part of the reason is you have to show some behind the scenes data, and for me to do that, I'm gonna obviously have to charge for the course, and you can find out more information up there or down below. And the course is very reasonably priced. If you are looking for the quick start guide to really accelerating your learning with AdWords, 100% recommend it. The amount of money you're gonna save by buying this course is insane. I wish someone would have given me a course when I first started. I spent months and months losing money before I finally had a course. So anyways, links up there and down below to the course. Last but not least, remember to subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions. I love helping people out and I answer every single comment. So thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it.